Welcome back once again. You know what it is. It's the Will and Russ Sports Podcast. This is Russ, aka the Prophet.
And this is your man, Will, aka Will Stradamus, aka the Truth Teller. Let's get it.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it. So last night we went over the NFL, the week in review, basically recap of the week for the NFL. So
Hmm.
tonight we said we're gonna cover. We'll review the championship fight from that same weekend. This past weekend was Spence and Earl Spence Jr. and Sean Porter, and then
Correct.
you said we'll tackle college football review from this past weekend, some of the games, some of the more pertinent games, and
Right.
then we'll dive into our predictions for the game tomorrow, as well as the coming week of week 5 of the NFL, week 6 of college football. Right?
Absolutely. Yes, yes, sir. That's it. Let's
All
get it.
right. Well, let's get into it. So, Earl Spence Jr. versus Sean Porter. What did you think about that fight, Will?
Honestly, Russ, I was so entertained, bro. Um, that fight was a classic, an instant classic. I mean, it started off just a tad bit slow in the first round. I guess these guys were
Right.
filling each other out. But man, in about the third round, those guys they got lathered up and they were going at
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
they were throwing punches and bunches and they were throwing with bad intentions every
Yeah.
swing, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm very impressed with Errol Spence Jr. because Errol Spence Jr. was taking it, it, Sean Porter took Errol Spence Jr. into deep waters, meaning
Yes.
Sean Porter was fighting his fight, Russ. He really was. That was his fight. That
Yeah.
was his style
Yeah.
of fight.
His style of
And
fight. Yeah.
yeah, and Errol Spence Jr. was game. He was game for it. I mean,
Yeah.
he was coming right back at Sean Porter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was highly impressed with the fact that Errol Spence shows his versatility. Errol Spence is known as a cerebral fighter, pick you apart boxer. But I mean, he was in a phone booth with Sean Porter basically the whole fight, you
Yeah.
know, and he came out victorious in that, which was, I mean, they were swinging for the fences, man. And you know, there were times when Errol Spence got rocked. There were times
Yeah.
when Sean got rocked, but Errol Spence just that knockdown. I think it was in either the 10th or 11th round. I'm not
Yeah. It
sure.
was late. It was late.
Yeah, it was a late knockdown. That was to me that was the difference in the fight. Honestly,
That clinched the fight. Yeah.
yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely. That was the difference in the fight. And but again, Sean Porter, much respect to that kid, man. I mean, he got up from that. You know,
Yeah.
he got up and kept fighting. So I
Yeah.
have so
Only his
much
gloves
respect.
really touched, which is I mean that's a knockdown, but his
Yeah,
gloves touched and he was
technically a
back
knockout.
up. But yeah, Porter's got a good chin. I mean, he's been dropped before by Broner in the last round. I think I mentioned it when we were making our predictions for the
Right.
fight, and he got right back up the same way and finished the fight, and he won that fight actually. But
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I mean,
so
I was very impressed with both fighters. Honestly, I was impressed with Sean Porter's, his determination to fight his fight, which he made it his fight. Um,
right,
I was impressed by his chin, and I was also impressed by Errol Spence's chin, and also Errol Spence's his ability to adapt to to his surroundings. Meaning, when Sean Porter basically turned it into his fight, Errol Spence said, "You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and show the world that I can get into a phone booth and slug it out with this guy, and
right,
come out on top." And he did that. So I'm
yes,
very impressed with Errol Spence Jr. So, um, yeah, that's my thoughts on it, man. What about you, bro?
yeah, I'm right there with you. What my thoughts on this fight. Let me say this: I've never been a big Sean Porter fan.
Hmm.
Um, I understand his style though, because it's very aggressive. It's a different style. Styles make fights. There's all kinds of different styles in boxing, and he has a unique style of his own. And
Right,
it's not one of my favorite styles. It makes sometimes for an ugly fight, but that's what if you can if his opponent can't handle it, then you're just playing into his hands, into Sean
right,
Porter's hands. So, but this fight, I have to say, I gained a lot of respect for Sean Porter for not just as a fighter, for his skill set. You know, he showed
Yeah.
me in this fight that even though I will say this, there's been other fights where he didn't fight like that, and he actually boxed. When he fought Danny Garcia, he boxed Danny Garcia and
Yeah.
showed that he has some boxing skills, and I remember that, and I kept that in mind. But it still didn't fully change my mind on Sean Porter.
Yeah.
But this fight changed my mind on Sean Porter because he showed me that um, he's got a lot more skills than what I wanted to give him credit for and what I expected from him. So he definitely gets my salute in this fight from what he did in that fight, because he was early on in that fight, he was smothering Earl Spence's shots a lot.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
Earl early on in that fight, Spence really couldn't get his shots off as hard as he wanted to,
Right.
because you know, Porter was just smothering him. You know, he was right in front of him, laying on him. He wasn't giving him enough room. He was controlling the distance. Like you said, he was fighting his fight. You know, he was
Mm.
fighting his fight. Um, and it was about midway through the fight, I saw Spence make an adjustment on the distance between the two, and
Hmm.
he started to get just enough space to actually get some power behind some of his shots.
Right.
You know, because
Right.
prior to that, he wasn't affecting Porter. You know, he wasn't getting his best shots off, and
Right. I agree.
being in that phone booth, like you said, and that was what impressed me about Spence, that he was able to make the adjustments, even though he was in there with a craftier fighter,
Hmm.
than what he was that night. He was a
Hmm.
craftier fighter, and I could see it. You know, Spence didn't expect that from
No, he
Porter,
didn't.
and it was
No.
a new thing for him. And we watched Spence take the most punishment that he's taken in his career. You know, in that
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah. I agree.
You know,
I agree.
he Spence. I mean, Porter gave it to him. He gave it
Mm.
to him, and Porter was out boxing him. You know,
Was.
he was out boxing him. And when he was getting the better of the exchanges, he was outboxing him. He was outsmarting him. And Spence, once he got that distance late in the fight, though, he started to pull out some rounds for me,
Right.
and it was very close. And then that knockdown, I think, put it over the top. So I give Spence a lot of credit, like you said. I give both fighters a lot of credit. It was an entertaining, exciting fight. I thought. I gained a lot of respect for Porter. I already was I always been I had a lot of respect for Spence,
Hmm.
but there were some things that were exposed from Spence that, yes, he can be hit. I mean,
Hmm.
even though he has been hit in other fights,
Yeah.
but not this much.
Hmm. Not
And
this one. Right.
yeah, and it just showed. So it's like that's why styles make fights, and you see how guys adjust. And I give it to Spence. He didn't crumble. You know,
Right. Right. Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
he
He was
looked.
up for the challenge. He was really up for
Yes,
the
he
challenge.
stepped up to the challenge,
Uh,
and like I said, he made a little enough space, just enough space towards the end of that fight to land some power, some really good shots, some
right.
cleaner shots. And when he did that, he was able to catch, both of them were throwing, and he caught him with that short uppercut. Short baby hook kind of mixed uppercut, and
Mhm.
drop
Yeah. That, I mean,
was
I
the
couldn't have said
which I
it
think
better
was the deciding factor. Like, huh?
I know. I'm saying I couldn't have said it better myself. You hit it right on the head. I mean,
Yeah.
he,
And so
and
it was a great fight. I mean, I enjoyed it. Um, it makes me wonder about Spence and Terrence Crawford, if the two top rank in PBC, the promotional companies, will ever bring them together to fight. I don't know now. My mind is kind of changed on that fight. I was always kind of 50-50, but now I'm kind of like 51-49, leaning towards Crawford, because Crawford is to me is a more polished fighter,
yeah, he
Terrence
is.
Crawford.
Yeah.
But that's talk for another time. But I think he's a more polished fighter, and it would be very, not saying that means he's gonna beat Spence,
Right.
because Spence is gonna bring it,
He
So,
is.
but I'm it made me more excited to see those two get together, because I think they're the best at that weight class.
Yeah. Now, question. Let me ask you this: Do you think Do you think there is? You think they should do a rematch?
As close as that fight was, absolutely. Those are the fights that you do rematches for, right? In
Right.
my opinion.
Absolutely, I agree,
Yeah,
hundred
so
percent.
I wouldn't be mad at a rematch, but I just don't think the business of boxing is going to allow it.
Right.
Because I think eventually they are gearing up for a Spence versus Crawford, and the promotional
Yes.
companies will come together like they did when Pacquiao and Mayweather fought,
Right.
and make the deal because it's going to be big money in it for both sides.
Yeah. That's
So I
that's
think
fact.
eventually they will do that as long as both guys keep winning. They're both champions. Why not?
Right.
So, but
Exactly.
I don't know if they want to risk another rematch with Porter, where he could possibly upset the apple cart.
Right. That's
Yeah.
true.
So yeah, great fight though. I mean,
Great,
definitely.
great, great fight, Russ. I mean, great fight. I mean, I was on the edge of my seat, looking like just anticipating, every flurry. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Every every combination. It was just so riveting. You know what I
Right.
mean? Absolutely, I enjoyed it very much, man. So hopefully we can see more fights like that. Sometime
Yeah.
at least 40 years out. You know what I mean? Hopefully,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So I enjoyed that one definitely. Now, their undercard, real quick, Russ. Let me touch on the undercard. Do you think Andre Durrell's should hang it up? Because I do.
Yes, I think both brothers should.
Yeah, yeah,
I think both
yeah,
brothers should. I didn't think. I know we didn't do any predictions on that fight, but I thought Benavidez was gonna beat him.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I just think. Um, I don't know. Those guys, they kind of. It's like they're past their time. They're past
Right.
their prime. Not
Very
saying
much
in
so.
age wise, but just in their careers. They're at that point where it's like I don't see it getting any better.
Right. I don't see
You
it
know.
either. It's it's
So
a wrap.
yeah,
It's a wrap. Just call it a career. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Career, and maybe get into some boxing analyst jobs or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Just life after boxing.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Look at Roy Jones. Roy Jones to me is an excellent commentator.
Yeah, he is.
Analyst. I love Roy Jones. Timothy Bradley. Some Andre Ward. Those guys are very good at what they do as far as analyzing boxing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yep, I would suggest that for Mr. Durrell. So, um, yeah, man. So, I enjoyed that fight. We both did. So, thank God for that. You
Right.
know, very much so. It was, it wasn't a dud of a fight. You know what I mean?
No, no, no.
Yeah,
Not at all.
yeah. All right. Well, now, switching gears here, Russ.
Yes.
Um, the 2019 college football season obviously has been upon us. It's been underway. Um,
Yes. Week 6, or is it? Well, week 6 coming up. We just finished week 5.
yeah. Um, hmm. What are some of the big games that happened this past weekend, Russ?
I mean, there's some few interesting games. I don't. I mean, we don't want to talk about all the games that were played in
No,
college
no, we don't want to
football,
talk about
but
that.
there
No.
are some interesting games that I'm that caught my eye.
Absolutely. And I tell you what, we'll start with this. We'll start with let me start with the Friday night game, which was Duke at Virginia Tech.
That's where I wanted to start. Okay, so perfect. We're right on the same page there.
Okay,
45-10. What is going on? What is wrong with Virginia Tech?
let me tell you something. That ACC conference is a mess right now. I mean,
I
Duke
mean, it looked like Daniel Jones came back and played the game for them. Wow.
and
Virginia
Russ,
Tech, man, what is
Russ,
going on?
this is at Virginia Tech
And yeah, at home.
at night. And Russ, you and I both know this. It is very, very difficult to beat any college football team at night at their home. It
Because home
is.
field advantage is amazing in college football.
It really is. And Virginia Tech got mollywopped by Duke. Oh my God. I'm shocked, man. I couldn't believe that. I could not believe that. I mean, they got destroyed. Yeah, we both picked Virginia Tech to beat.
to beat Duke. I mean, I thought that was a safe pick.
That's what I thought too.
I mean, I was watching that Friday night, like, what is going on?
Yeah, that was wow, unbelievable, dog, unbelievable.
It was like once Duke got going, it was over.
It was over. It was absolutely over. Wow. So I mean, all right. Let me ask you this: where does Virginia Tech go from here, bro? I mean, because they were picked to
Definitely
beat.
not up.
No, you're right, right. Because I mean, you're right. They've gone down ever
Yeah.
since. You know, it's amazing. I just can't believe it. I'm amazed. I
I
really.
mean, if that was the NFL, those players on Virginia Tech would be calling their agents in the locker room after a game like that. Like, get me out of Virginia Tech. I need a transfer. Transfer me to
Right.
another school.
Yeah. Put me in the transfer portal. I need to
Right.
get up out of here.
Transfer me over to Air Force.
Right. Oh my God, Jesus, that was terrible. That
Yeah,
was just
that was
wow,
bad.
unbelievable.
But
Now
kudos to Duke, man. They came to play.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Wow, Duke. Yeah, you're right. I mean, hey, Duke came to play, Russ. They really did, and they came with bad intentions, and they put a, you know, I mean, just they took Virginia Tech behind the woodshed and just laid it
Right.
into,
Yeah,
you
they
know,
did. Yeah, they
wow,
did.
unbelievable.
I can't believe we're saying that and we're not talking about college basketball.
I know.
Like, it seems weird to we talk about college football,
Yeah,
Duke
Duke
destroying
beating Virginia
Virginia
Tech.
Tech. You know?
Right. Exactly. And usually usually that score, that final score is like, like a halftime score
Right.
in college basketball, you
Right.
know, 40-10 or whatever whatever it ended up being. I mean,
Right.
it's wow. You know what I'm saying? It's that's an unbelievable. I'm still at wits end with that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So next game that we talked about, Russ, was speaking about Virginia Tech, Virginia, who was at Notre Dame, the 10th ranked Notre Dame. That game was very competitive.
Very
You know,
competitive.
yeah, it was very competitive. I almost thought Virginia was going to win that game.
I
I'm
thought they
like,
were too at one point
you
in
know,
that game. I did.
yeah, Virginia was giving them the business for a while, and
Yeah, they were.
Notre Dame kind of woke up and
Yeah, Notre
and
Dame, they kind of overpowered them after they woke up
right, yeah. I
and
mean,
took control. I mean, they are the better team on paper. So,
right.
you
Well,
know,
let me ask you this, Russ. That begs me that question to ask you this. All right. Do you think Notre Dame is worthy of being a top 10 pick?
no.
I'll agree with you 100%.
No.
That was a quick no too,
Are
but
they
yeah,
top 25 team? Easily. Easily a top 25 team. Top
right.
10 team ranked at 9? No. No.
No, no, I agree. No, I can't see it. I can't see it. I mean, Notre Dame, they got good talent, but nah, nah,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
I don't
I
see it.
don't think they're a top 10 team. No. I don't.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, how do you feel about Notre Dame? Like, have you, like, all right, do you, now, the last time they won a national title was like, I believe I was still in elementary school.
I don't know if it was quite that long, but I know what you're saying.
I
Yeah, it's been a very long time. We discussed that before, how long it's been for Notre Dame, and when we
well,
was
actually,
talking about what was it, USC, how
yeah,
long it had been, and of course USC, they're starting to play well this year, better, I should say.
yes,
And
they are.
Notre Dame, I think they're underachieving right now.
Yes, they are. They
You
are.
know,
I
because
do.
of the expectations of what people
Yeah.
had expectations for them to be better than this, and to go out there, and they lost last week.
Hmm.
and then come
The
out
law,
there.
that's right. Georgia beat them. Georgia,
Yeah,
right, right. Yeah,
yeah. When Georgia beat them last week, and then to come out this week and struggle to get a win over Virginia at home.
right, right. That's true. Oh man. Well, I mean,
But they're not the only team that right now in college football are kind of underachieving.
that's true. That's
And that
true.
leads me to the next game I want to discuss.
Uh-oh, what's that?
The Clemson Tigers, the national defending champions, now who are not ranked number one anymore
All right, all right,
because Alabama's ranked number one, but
right.
they, got out of this with the skin of their teeth
The chin,
against the
the,
Tar Heels.
the skin of the chin and chin chin. I mean,
I mean,
good
it was
Lord. I couldn't believe that, Russ.
that was going to be the biggest upset of the year.
Absolutely. Hands down.
Yeah,
Hands down. Hands down the biggest upset of the year. I could not believe my eyes. I mean, UNC took them into deep waters and
yeah,
barely crawled out of that lake. If you know what I mean. I mean,
right.
Lord,
It's
Clemson.
almost like, Will, it's almost like Clemson doesn't realize that now you're a national champion and you've had all this success. You beat the dog piss out of Alabama
Right,
last year,
right,
and you've had now you're starting to have that this kind of history with you. It's like now you've got a bullseye on your back.
exactly. Yep.
See, this is what separates the teams like Clemson and Alabama. I think Alabama knows they've had a bullseye on their back for almost 10 years now.
Right,
For like
right.
10 years now
Mm-hmm.
and
That's
counting.
that's
So
true.
they know that. It's just like the Patriots. The Patriots have had a target on their back forever now.
Right,
So they know it. They prepared for it, and it's almost like Clemson is not prepared for that right now.
right. Yeah, exactly. It's almost
They
like,
think they could just show up and yeah, we will win.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And that's a fact. That Clemson gives it. I get the impression Clemson, like, you know what? I mean, we're Clemson. You
Yeah.
know, we'll be okay. No matter who scares us, gives us a scare, we'll be fine. No, that's not it.
You got to bring it like you're playing Alabama every week.
Every week,
Yeah, and
every
that
week.
and that's what I don't see them. I don't know what's going on. They're struggling. Um, Quarterback play. I'm
I, you know,
surprised.
I'm shocked. This Trevor Lawrence. I mean, he was dynamite last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's the one that puts
Dynamite.
them over the top.
Absolutely.
When they're
Exactly.
struggling, I don't know.
Yeah. So that was, put it this way. If I'm a Clemson Tiger fan, I'm concerned a little bit. I'm a little bit concerned.
I
I'm
would
not.
definitely be concerned. You
Yeah,
just
I'm not.
almost lost to the Tar Heels.
Look, Russ, you almost. First of all, we just came from talking about a basketball school beating a football school, and
Right.
now we're talking about a another basketball school almost beating a
Beating
football
a
school.
football school. Right. And think about it. It's Duke and the Tar Heels.
Right.
Of all two teams.
That's insane, man. Wow. Yeah, that's yeah. So that was amazing. And you know what? Honestly, Russ, I don't know how you feel about this, but see, Mac Brown, I don't think he did his players any justice by trying to go for two and sealing the game. I don't like that. You might feel differently than I do. I think you go ahead and kick the extra point, tie the game up, go into overtime with momentum, and and try your luck there. I don't think that you should have gone and try to win the game right then and there. I understand some people will say it's that was the better choice to do, but me personally, I would have played it a little bit safer and done it and tied the game, and then see what happens in overtime. I really
Let
would
me
have.
let me ask you this. Now that you say that, um, do you think that decision was made out of fear, or do you think it was made out of confidence?
I think it was made out of fear.
Fear to go into overtime against the national champions.
Correct. I think that's what it was. Yes.
That's how I kind of felt too. That's exactly how I felt. Like I felt that, and if that's the case, then I'm 100% with you on that. It was a bad choice
Right.
because it's one thing to say, no, we're about to win this game right now.
Right.
If I'm talking about like the position that you're making the decision from. You
Right.
know, if you're making the position from like, look, we've dominated these guys. We don't care if it's Clemson now. We're about to win this game and get out of here right now.
And get
Not
right.
because we're afraid to. If we go to overtime, fine. But
Mhm.
we're about to win this game right now.
Right.
I'm not worried about us. I'm not scared to go into overtime. I just think we're gonna win. We can score. I can
Right.
understand that and respect it. And you go, but you got to go out and do it though. You know.
Right.
But
Exactly.
I think the decision was made off of I don't know if I want to play another quarter against this team. I think and it's like you can't
Exactly
you
right too.
you can't have balls for all for 75 or 80% of the time of the
Mhm.
game, and you get down to the end, and now you start biting your nails, and that's kind of how
Right.
I thought that decision was. It
That's
was
exactly right.
like let's just try to get out of here because if we can just score, it's kind of like they tried to take a shortcut almost, and I think that was a bad move. So
It was because honestly, Russ, if he, I think based on my gut feeling, I know some people say what if, what if, what if, but I'm telling you right now, if North Carolina ties that game and goes into overtime, there's a really good chance they beat them. They beat Clemson, man, because
there is, yeah.
Clemson was on their heels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and there's no chance if you don't get the 2 point conversion like they didn't. There's no chance you lost.
You lost.
And so yeah, I agree. I don't think that was a good decision.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I guess that separates the good programs from the great programs. I don't know, but I mean, good lord, you know, you
I
you,
mean,
you play the percent. I'm not an analytical. I'm not an analytical Andy Russ, but in
right?
that situation, you got to play the percentages. You know,
Yes, yes, yes.
in that
Yeah,
situation, you have to. You know, but
and you got to feel out like where your team is at. Like
yeah, exactly. You got to feel the you see
you,
in a
you.
situation like that, Russ. You got to feel the momentum because they had,
Yes, yes,
man. You got to feel that.
exactly.
You know, you have to as a head coach. You're like, you know what? We got these guys on their heels. These guys, they're panicking. They're like, oh my god, we're about to tie or lose with against North Carolina. They're shell shocked.
Right.
You you know,
And
oh
North Carolina is on a high. Like I'm glad you said momentum because they're
right,
on a high because they just tied the game up.
exactly,
They're
exactly.
about to tie the game up. So now your
I,
players are pumped. They're not
right,
ready to quit or give up. Now but once you start playing with scared money, that trickles down to the team. Fish rots from the head.
yep,
That trickles down to the team.
exactly. And that's what happened. That's
And
what
why
happened.
put that type of pressure on your team at that point?
Right.
You
To
got
do
to
it to
now everything is composited down to one play.
yep,
Win or
exactly.
lose. That I think tying that game up, now your kids are like, yeah, let's go. Let's kick this ball off. You know?
Bingo. Bingo. Exactly. 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 Because look, Russ, the percentage, when I said dude, roll it with the percentages. Check this out. Okay, the percentage of a field, I don't know, maybe a 20-yard field goal. That's what it would have
Right.
been,
Right.
as opposed to running a play from the 2-yard line against a team that has that type of defense and that type of personnel
Right.
on their defense.
Where they just got to make one play.
One play, and that's it. And that's what happened. They made one play.
Like
You
you
know.
almost gave Clemson the out. Really,
All right.
you helped them out because because those guys, like you said, the talent that they have, one play, you bring it down to one play, they're like, oh, we can win this one.
Yeah, yeah, we can get
All
this
we
one.
got to do is stop them, and we're out of here. We escape this. Yeah, you let them off the hook. Like
Exactly.
Dennis Green,
Right.
rest in peace,
It's
Dennis
free.
Green. But they let him off the
Yep. They sure did let him off the hook. Oh my goodness. Good lord. Um. Yeah, that was a very very entertaining game to say the least. But
So what other
well,
game jumped out to you?
um, uh, you know, let's see here. Oh, okay. We'll go here. I'll go here. I'll go here. The University of Maryland.
Yes, I wanted that. We're right on the same page. My Nittany Lions.
Russ, the University of Maryland.
What did you think about that game?
You know what? I feel sorry for Terrapin Nation, man, because listen, there was a huge buildup to that game. It was a Friday. I mean, everything. Listen, Russ, this was a perfect setup for an upset. Am I right? Maryland was perfectly set up to upset Penn State. Am I correct? They were playing at home, right? It's not.
Absolutely.
It's a night game. Maryland was. Maryland had. They're believing in themselves at this point. You know, and Penn State comes in there at night at the University of Maryland on a Friday. I'm thinking, wow. And look, Russ, I picked Maryland to win the game. And of course, yeah, you picked Penn State.
Oh yeah.
Um, my thoughts on this game, Russ, was I mean, Maryland just got completely dominated in every aspect of the game.
Every aspect of the game.
Defense,
Yes.
offense, special teams, coaching, cheerleading. I mean, good lord. I mean, you want to talk about total domination. Oh my God. I,
I mean,
Russ,
Maryland's been kind of looking like we talked about the NFL yesterday, but they for the start of this season, they've been kind of like a Lions or 49ers esque, and
right.
then Friday night they turned back into the Redskins.
Here you go trying to ruffle feathers again, dog. There
Hey,
you
pluck them.
ah. He said it turned into the Redskins. Oh my God. Oh God, that's funny.
I mean, 59-0. I mean, come on.
I
You
mean,
couldn't even muster up a field goal.
a field goal, bro. A field goal. You can't at your own stadium. You
Yeah,
couldn't
you're at
get
home.
3 points. Come on, Maryland. Really? God, Jesus. Oh my God. Good Lord. I mean, I don't have any words. I really don't. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing, Russ. I don't have any words, man. I don't.
Yeah, I definitely didn't see that happen. Going. I mean, I know I picked the Penn
Yeah,
State to win,
yeah.
but
Even
I didn't. I mean, I didn't predict that. You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah, exactly. Even you, Russ, had to been saying, you know what? They'll beat them, but maybe it'll be like maybe I don't know, maybe 32 to 28-2 or
Yeah.
something like that. You know what I mean? But
Right.
not complete good old fashioned Friday night filleting. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Good Lord. So, but Maryland now they've got to lick their wounds and bounce back. I don't, whoever they got coming up, I don't know. We'll find out. But God, they looked bad. Sheesh.
Yeah. I mean, Penn State
Um,
really, really, really wanted to win that game. It definitely looked like they really, really wanted to win that game.
yeah, you're right. You're right. They did look like that.
I
They did look like that. Wow.
mean, Maryland got they come back, they bounced back with Rutgers, so we'll see.
Yeah.
They
Yep.
should be able to handle Rutgers. I hope.
Speaking of Rutgers, University of Michigan played Rutgers, and
Yes.
I think they hung 50 something on them, right? 50
Yeah,
something
they
to
did. They
2.
did.
Yeah. Yeah.
52-0. Yeah, similar to the Maryland score.
Yeah.
So two
Now,
teams coming off of 50 burgers and donuts, So
right. Now, which when after that good old fashioned butt whipping that Michigan put on Rutgers, Rutgers went ahead and fired their head coach, Chris Ash. He's
right,
no longer their head coach.
right,
So, you know, adios amigos to him. But I'm gonna tell you right now, that job, whoever Russ, ever since uh, Greg Schiano left Rutgers, it's been about 4 different head coaches that's been fired from that job.
right.
Which tells me this, Russ. That's not a good job.
No, it's not a good job to have. It's a mess.
It's an absolute debacle. Okay, that's a mess over there in Piscataway. The birthplace of college football is the worst place in college football right
Football
now.
right now, yeah, that's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they got to fix that, bro. Another game that stood out to me, Russ, was Ohio State, Nebraska. Your thoughts?
I mean, Ohio State blasted Nebraska. 48-7 in Nebraska. Um,
I remember I told you about that game, Russ. I told you I was nervous. I was. I
I know
really
you were nervous. I didn't think it was gonna be. I didn't think it was gonna be a close game. I thought Ohio State would beat them
right,
handily. You know,
right,
and I know Nebraska was at home, and but I just think Ohio State is a much better team than Nebraska. So
right.
much more talented team.
No doubt, no doubt.
In fact, Ohio State's playing better than what I even expected them to this season. So
Honestly, me too. As a Buckeye fan, I will say that I didn't, based on it because we got this new quarterback.
right,
We got a new defensive coordinator.
right,
We got a new head coach. So a lot of things are new. We got still got some young guys, and this is actually, to my pleasant surprise, is it's a good thing for my Buckeyes. You know what I mean? And
right,
let's just see if they can sustain this for the rest of the season. We'll
right.
see what happens. So, um, you know, moving on. USC was at number 17, Washington.
Washington, yeah,
And Washington beat them. It wasn't a drubbing, but
no, but
Washington.
Washington handled them.
Yeah, they did. It did.
No,
Honestly, Russ, there was not really a doubt in my mind that Washington was going to win the game. It was just how they were going to win the game. You know what I mean?
right,
Like what type of score or
yeah,
what type of way they were going to win the game. And I thought they won the game with defense because
they
they shut
did.
down USC's passing attack pretty
Yes.
dramatically.
And
So
USC, they shouldn't hang their head too low. They're
no,
they're
not at all.
making progress. They're moving in the right direction, and now they could use this game as a barometer of where they really are. You're not on the level yet of Washington and other and where you want where USC wants to be. USC wants to be where the Clemsons, the Ohio States, the Bamas, and the Bulldogs and LSU. That's where they want to be back again. So, but they've got still some more climbing to do. I feel, but they're headed in the right direction.
They are. They are. They really are.
Any other games, college football games, jump out at you?
Um, yeah, let me see. I jotted a couple of down here. Let's see. Um, Mississippi State played Auburn. I mean, you know,
Right,
he got crushed. Auburn beat the
right,
dog. You know what out of them.
right.
Um,
What
you know.
about the Bama Mississippi game, the Ole Miss game?
Oh, that was a non-contest as well. Alabama just crushed them. Put
Yeah,
55 to like 50 something. I think it was
50,
maybe
59-31.
31. Right, right, right. So that was pretty much a good old fashioned what whipping. So it wasn't, other than that, I mean, that's why, usually in the college football season, middle of the when the meat of the season comes in, when guys start playing those true conference games, you know.
Yeah,
So, um, I guess uh, to me, Russ, this whole weekend, the thing that's the game that stood out to most that like was surprising to me the most was that Virginia Tech game.
yeah, the Virginia Tech game,
you know,
and then I would say Clemson,
yes,
UNC,
yes,
but the fact that Clemson still held on and won, the fact that
right.
you know you got lambasted at home by Duke.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That one was the shot. And maybe it's because it's the first college football game I watched too for to start the weekend. It's like Friday
Yes.
night.
Yes.
It's like, all right, yeah, football.
Right.
And to watch that, I was like, wow. So it stands out in my mind. It stands out big time in my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, yeah, you're right. I agree with you 100%.
And I
That.
know, I know Memphis and Navy played the night before, but you
Yeah.
know,
But
this game was, Friday night. Everybody's relaxed, you chill. You gonna watch some football. Yeah, it was.
yeah,
I
no
was
doubt.
surprised. I was shocked.
Quick, another one that it didn't really stand out too much for me, but Wisconsin kept rolling. They beat Northwestern.
It was a
Uh,
tight game though against
it
Northwestern.
was, wasn't it though? It's amazing. I was like, whoa, wait a minute
Yeah,
now.
that's another one to talk about.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor. He just keeps turning out 100-yard games. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
the kid is a beast, man. Um,
That
Northwest.
line, man. That line.
Oh my God, Russ. I mean, Jesus. I mean, that line. Russ, they average 330 pounds per man on that line.
Right. Well, watch the Redskins. They're gonna draft the whole offensive line this year.
Right.
They're gonna draft the whole Wisconsin offensive line. That's the kind of decisions they make.
Oh my God. Well, you were just you were
Yeah, I
just
need to
having
relax, man. They running out of feathers. You know.
you were just having fun with these Redskins.
Hey, man. I received one too many memes this week.
Right.
And it's
Oh
like,
yeah,
seriously,
that's
you're
right.
sending memes? Like, what are you doing? I thought football
Right.
season was over for you.
Right. And that's the thing with Redskins fans. They're so delusional. You know what I
Yes.
mean? They're so delusional.
Yeah, they are.
They'll they'll sit there and say, "Well, you guys suck because y'all lost to the Saints." Like, listen, you guys lost to the lowly Giants with a rookie quarterback. Okay.
Right. Right. Your coach is about to be fired.
Right.
You made a
He
bad
doesn't know.
draft choice with your so-called franchise quarterback.
And Russ, you know what? It's seemingly now, it seems like he knows he's about to be fired, so he's almost purposely sabotaging the whole team by putting in a yanking the starting quarterback, putting in a rookie quarterback when they're down by a lot,
I think
a
he's
few
just
points.
he's so desperate. He's so desperate
He,
right now. He's like
he's
he don't know
throwing
what
he's
to
throwing
do.
anything. Right, he's
Yeah.
throwing anything against the wall and hoping it sticks.
Yeah, he's just hoping it. Yeah, that's what he did with Haskins. He threw Haskins against the wall and was hoping that he would stick. That's basically what he did. You know.
Ah, oh goodness, that's lovely. I love it. I love it. I
Yeah.
love
But
it.
what about
Yeah.
some of the games coming up? This week 6 of college football. There's a couple
Um.
games to pay attention to.
Yeah, no doubt, man. My Buckeyes are on display again. We're at home against Michigan State. Um. What's your thoughts on that game? What do you think is going to happen in that game in particular, Russ?
I got Ohio State winning that game. I mean, I think it might be interesting for a minute
Yeah.
but I think they'll pull away in that game and dominate.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I think because of Michigan State's defensive prowess, I think it'll keep them in the game for a little bit.
Early on, yeah.
Yeah, early on, and then I think Ohio State's defense will be the difference. They'll make some plays and turn the ball over a couple of times, to put
Yeah.
Ohio State's offense in, give them short fields to work with, and put them in position to go ahead and get a couple of key touchdowns to
Yeah.
sort of extend the lead and close them out like that. So I'm with you on that.
Yeah, and I mean the Buckeyes are at home too.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So yeah,
That
no
place is
doubt.
going to be rocking.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Um,
Um
any other games?
yeah, I think the biggest one is that Auburn Florida game.
Yes, yes, I agree. I agree. Oh, all right. I,
Who do you got in that game?
you know, Russ, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't believe in Florida right now. I don't.
I don't either.
I know they're ranked. I know they're ranked, but Florida is just right for the picking right now. They just, you know what, Florida is just waiting for a good team to play so they can say, you know what, this is the time we're gonna get up, because they're due for a butt kicking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think it's coming this weekend.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's coming this weekend as well. I really do. I think Florida's in for a rude awakening. They're gonna lose. I'm not saying they're gonna lose big or huge by a huge margin, but they will lose the game at
Yeah,
home, to Auburn. 'Cause Auburn's proven themselves to be worthy of a playoff type of caliber team.
right.
So I'll say Auburn beats Florida at home.
I got that too.
Yeah. I mean,
What about the other game that's just on the same, just as equivalent? I think these are the two biggest games. That one, the Auburn Florida game, and then Iowa Michigan.
oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Now, Russ.
Who you got? I know who I'm going for in this game. Who I think is going to win this game. But go ahead.
All right. Now it's at Michigan, right?
Yes, it's at Michigan.
Okay. Wow. I'm gonna go. I'm probably gonna regret the hell out of this, but I'm gonna go with Michigan. I'm gonna go with
You're
the
going to
home.
go with Michigan? Okay.
I'm gonna go with the home team to win this game. It's gonna be a very narrow margin, maybe by 3 points. You know, Michigan, I think, is gonna right the ship, and and they're gonna clip Iowa. They're gonna beat Iowa. Like I said, about 3 points, maybe I don't know, maybe something like 26-23, something like that. Um, although Iowa is a strong team, man, they got that defense, and Nate Stanley is slinging that ball the right way. So
Yes, he is.
yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll go with Michigan. I'll go with Michigan. Oh my God,
I got Iowa.
I'm going I'm going with Michigan with my fingers crossed. So yeah. But so
Yeah,
you said you got Iowa?
I got Iowa probably like 30-17
Wow.
on the road. On the road. I have no faith in Michigan. This is Iowa's not Rutgers.
You're right. They ain't.
So
They're not. They're not Rutgers, and
they
they are.
they
They're
gonna
not
come in there
Army.
to play.
Yeah, they are. I mean, Kirk Ferentz, man, he's a. By the way, Kirk Ferentz is honestly quietly one of the more underrated coaches in college football. You know,
Quietly, yeah.
Kirk Ferentz, he gets that team to play, man. He gets his Hawkeyes to ball for him. You know, they're not always the most talented team on the field, but they play so hard. And they got just enough talent to upset whoever. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
so, but I mean, I'm gonna rest my laurels on Michigan, on University of Michigan. Look, put it this way, Russ. I'm going out. I'm saying this right now. If Michigan loses this game, I'm done with Michigan.
Don't act like you ever was for Michigan. You're a Buckeye fan.
No, I'm just saying. As a Buckeye fan, I want Michigan to be relevant. I want them to be good, so that way, the matchup is more compelling when we play them. You know what I'm saying? But I, I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna go with Michigan beating Iowa.
So you sticking with Michigan?
I'm sticking with Michigan with my fingers crossed.
All right. Yeah, I'm
How
sticking with
about
Iowa. Like I said, about 30-17.
37? Wow, that's, oh my God. No, all right. Well, okay. Well, let me answer this. Let's say Iowa beats Michigan.
Uh-huh.
What happens to Jim Harbaugh?
They haven't played y'all yet.
No, they haven't.
He can still save everything if he beats Ohio State, which is not going to happen. But
But I'm saying, will they get rid of him even before he meets Ohio State later on?
no, 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 no. I don't think so.
So you think he'll stay
Yeah.
even with losing to Iowa at the big house?
Yes.
Wow, unbelievable, unbelievable. Wow, wow, that's amazing. If that happens, Russ, I'm telling you right now, Jim Harbaugh is, wow. I don't know what to say, bro.
I tell you what though, when they play Ohio State and they lose that Monday, he might be looking for unemployment.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and say that will happen. If now, I'm not saying that Ohio State beat them. Let's say because it's at the big house. Michigan's gonna get up for that game no matter what.
Oh
So
yeah, crowd's gonna be rocking.
yeah, no doubt. Now, if they do lose, like you said, if they lose, Jim Harbaugh will be fired. I'm gonna call it right now. If Michigan loses to Ohio State, Jim Harbaugh will get fired. Period. He will get fired.
And it doesn't even matter if they get blown out or if it's a close game.
Yeah, just a
It's
loss.
about wins and losses in that game.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, bingo. A loss.
you lose
Period.
by 1 point, they're not gonna look at it like, well, they played. They're beyond that point right now. Right
Right.
now, you got to win. It's not about how many points you win or lose by. You got to win.
You got to win.
That's what matters right now for them. So yeah, he's
Exactly.
done.
And they can lose by half a point. If they lose, he's gone.
Yeah,
I'm going
he's
to
done.
call it out right now. I'm going to say it right now. He's gone. Period. Period. So, yeah.
So
Any
they
other
want
games?
nothing that jumps out like that,
Mhm.
but
All right. Well,
we can get into the NFL.
yeah. Let's get it.
NFL
Do,
predictions.
yeah. Let's do the NFL prediction. Do you have a list for in
Yeah,
front of you?
I got the list.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Whenever you're ready, man, let me know. What's game one?
Well, we'll do of course, the Thursday night.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Seattle, L.A. Seattle, L.A. Rams. All right. I'll let you go ahead and make your prediction on first and on
And
that one.
it's in LA, right?
Yes, it is.
No, it's in Seattle.
Is it?
Yeah, it's in Seattle.
Hmm. Oh, okay. All right. What's your what say you?
I think Seattle wins this game.
Hmm.
Um, Rams coming off of that disappointing loss. Quick turnaround. You got to forget about that game and get it going, and then go to Seattle and try to beat them there. Um, I don't know. I got Seattle winning this game. It'll be a close game. You know, be like a 17-13 type of score.
Right.
But I got Seattle winning. What do you got?
Um. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead. Man, this is difficult as hell. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Rams because the Rams got so embarrassed by Jameis Winston and the Buccaneers. They got served some humble pie, and now I know they're refocused and ready to come back and get that bad taste out of their mouths. So I'm gonna look for the LA Rams to beat the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. Um, and I'm not no particular score, Russ. They're just gonna flat out beat them. They'll beat them.
They're gonna win. You just got the Rams winning. Got you.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. How about you?
All right. I got Seahawks winning that game.
Seahawks. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, um,
Next,
Jets Eagles.
Jet Eagles.
Green versus green. I mean,
Well, you're right.
uh,
Green versus green, but Jets got gangrene, so they're
right. As much as
so
I would love to pick the Jets, Will, I can't. I mean, I gotta pick the Eagles just for the picks, but I'm rooting for the Jets.
yeah.
So all you E girls fans out there know what I'm not rooting for you guys.
I didn't know this dude didn't say e girls.
Yeah, it's time to pluck some of those feathers off those Eagles.
E girls. Don't let Jim McCready hear that. He can come back with something.
Cause I love Jim. I love my cousin Jim, but hey, I can't mess with those Eagles. He knows that though.
No doubt. No doubt. I'm gonna go. Yeah, Eagles all the way, man. Eagle. Yeah, it's Jets go 0-5.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I hope they put it together, and I hope that my prediction is wrong. But I got to go with the Eagles in that one, and the Eagles are at home too. So
Right.
Eagles
Exactly.
are the better team. I mean, they're the better team.
Clearly. Clearly. Clearly.
They're definitely the better team.
Is Mono coming back this week?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I heard something about he was at practice. But I didn't hear
I
if
don't
he.
know if he's ready to play though.
Right. Right. Okay. Just checking, just making sure that if he was coming back or not, or whatever. But
Yeah,
either way, if he was back or not, they still lose. So
yeah. They're still losing. Eagles are gonna win this game.
absolutely.
Um, I hope not though, but that's who I'm picking.
Yeah.
So next game we got the Jacksonville Jaguars, Carolina Panthers.
Hmm.
The
That's
once
interesting.
expand. This is the expansion game. Can we still call it the expansion game?
Yeah, we can. We can call it the expansion game. We can also call it the rookie quarterback game because
Right. Exactly.
Gardner Minshew and Kyle Allen are
Right.
going against each other. And Russ, where's this game, by the way? Does it say?
It's in Carolina.
In Carolina. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go with the Carolina Panthers to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
Um, I think Kyle Allen, quiet as kept, Russ. I'm not again, please don't judge me on this. I think he's gonna have what like a Tom Brady moment. And what I mean by that is he's gonna
Whoa.
start winning games. When I remember when Tom Brady took over for Drew Brees,
Yes.
and everybody thought the season was over for the Patriots,
Yeah.
and next thing you know, they're in the AFC title game. Um, the Tom Brady, Kyle Allen, he's not even close to Tom Brady. Please don't get me mistaken with that. I'm just saying that he's going to start winning.
Is is
I like
is is Cam Newton Drew Bledsoe?
Cam Newton is
Is he better than Drew
cameo.
Bledsoe?
Cam Newton is cameo.
Is he better than Drew Bledsoe?
Um, no, no. Do you? I mean, what do you think? Do you think he is?
I would say no too, because I mean they both went to the Super Bowl and lost, but Drew Bledsoe played well in that game.
Yes, he did. He sure
You know,
did. And
better than
even
what Cam
though
did in his Super Bowl.
exactly. And even though they lost, Drew Bledsoe still faced, he faced all the reporters and questions
Right, right,
afterward. And he didn't pout about it. He didn't put a hoodie over his head and look like you know, like Trayvon Martin, rest his soul. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
He didn't listen. Russ, I said this yesterday. Cam Newton is done in North Carolina. In Carolina, he's done. I'm
You think he's
convinced.
done? You think it's over already?
I think it's over. I think Cam Newton has played his last game for the Carolina Panthers.
So
I
he's a
think Kyle.
Redskin. Can't
You know
control
what?
it, man. It just keeps coming out. I just
You got some bald birds in the DMV because he's
right.
plucking them feathers.
It's all good. I've been plugging them since I was a little kid. It's no different.
No doubt. Now, I honestly think he is, bros, because first of all, he said he's taking a hiatus away from football. Now, what in the hell does that mean? I don't know, and then nor do I care. I just know that this
I
kid.
thought it meant he was injured.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He was supposed to be injured. Now
Right,
he's saying he's taking a hiatus. You know, maybe he's going doing some soul searching. I don't know,
right.
man, but I think Kyle Allen is going to keep this job. I think he's going to keep winning. And you know, I think he wins this weekend against the Jacksonville Jaguar. I think Gardner Minshew plays well. By the way, I think it's going to be a really good game. But I think Carolina pull it out because they're at home and they just they just play better at home. So I'm going to go with the Carolina Panthers over the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
We'll see.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. I think the Panthers will win this game. Be a low scoring game, I think. But
I I
I
agree.
like McCaffrey. I like McCaffrey, and I think he'll have another big game. And I think Kyle Allen will also play well enough to win the game. And
Yes.
yeah, I think they'll win a close one. You know, but it'll be a low
Absolutely.
scoring game. I think.
Right. Yep.
Um,
Agree.
Next game, Vikings and the Giants.
Oh my God.
You go first.
My my beloved Minnesota Vikings.
And the Viking fans are listening closely on this one.
Yes, they are. And you know what? I want them to
They
listen
know how
real.
you like to pick against them.
Listen, I don't like to pick against them. I just like to be real with them. You know,
Right, right, right,
sometimes I ruffle feathers. Sometimes they need to pluck them. Um,
right, right.
here
You
we
hear
go.
that, Vikings fans? He just told y'all to pluck
Here we go. Here we go.
them.
I think the Minnesota Vikings will win this game. Simply put, because their defense is going to have to win this game. The Minnesota Vikings know now that Kirk, I'm sorry, Dirt Cousins
Oh
is not.
wow.
He's not equipped. He's not equipped. He's not. Doesn't have the mental fortitude to win games. You know this. You know, and you know what's crazy, Russ? This actually isn't a. In essence, this is an important game, but it isn't a big game. If you know what I mean, like a big game would be against somebody like we just played last week,
Like
Chicago.
last week?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? Your division
Yeah.
rival. You know, last year they beat you twice. Da 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 da. See, now the reason why I say the Vikings will win this game because number one, Kirk has an excuse. He's not playing against a team that has something, you know, that is considered higher upper echelon right now. At least not right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying Saquon Barkley's not playing. Daniel Jones is still a rookie. Um, the Minnesota Vikings defense is gonna, you know, they're gonna come with it. I'm not gonna lie, they're gonna come with it.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a defensive. I think the Vikings defense will win this game. I don't think Kirk Cousins will win this game. I think the Vikings defense will. So I go with the Minnesota Vikings. I go 28-17.
Okay.
What do you say?
I think hmm. I think Daniel Jones and the Giants will beat the Vikings.
Wow. Oh my God.
I'm picking the Giants in that game.
You picking the upset
Yeah, I'm picking the upset.
because they're favored by 5.5 points. The Vikings
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
So,
I'm picking the upset. I think that Daniel Jones is gonna keep riding this wave, a little bit longer.
mhm,
Um, and I think this will be like a low scoring game as well.
mhm.
Maybe something like 13-10, and I think the Giants will win it at the end with a field goal, or they'll win it at the end when the Vikings miss a field goal. It'll be something like that, it'll be 10-10 and the Giants win the game, make a game winning field goal. Daniel Jones drives them into field goal range with not much time left, and they kick the game winning field goal, or the Vikings will have to kick a very long field goal and they'll miss it to lose
Wow.
it.
Okay.
They'll
Well,
lose it 13-10 that way, where they can't tie the game up. It'll be something like
well,
that.
only 10 points. Okay. Let me ask you this. What happens to Kirk Cousins after that loss?
Who's your backup?
Sean Mannion out of
Yeah, so
Oregon.
Kirk Cousins will be starting next week. They're not benching Cousins. They giving him, they paying him too much money. He hasn't
Right.
done enough yet to be benched. I don't think.
Right.
It's very disappointing though because of the as good as the Vikings are. But
Hmm.
I think you guys will get it together after losing to the Giants. Something's got to give, and they'll start picking up. But I
Okay.
just think they'll fall short this week.
Wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. Please don't say that. But I mean, it is. It is your prediction. So okay. So you got Vikings losing to the Giants. I got Giants losing to the Vikings. All right.
Yes.
We'll see what happens with that. What's next on the docket?
Falcons Texans in
Oh my.
Houston.
Oh my God.
I got the Falcons getting their first win this week.
It's in Houston.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that, Russ. I think the Falcons get a win.
yeah, they'll get a win.
The Houston Texans,
They're still winless, right? The Falcons,
I
or have
think
they won one?
I think
Did they win
not.
one already?
Yeah, they're 1-3. They're 1-3.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I don't know. That might change my pick
yeah, they're
then.
one.
Nah, I think the Falcons will get another win. They'll get a win. That might be a bad pick though.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna go with the Falcons too. I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I like Deshaun Watson a lot, but I just, I just don't think that that dude has help. I mean, on the offensive line. I mean, he
Right,
always running for his life, Russ. You
right.
know, they need to give him some help. I don't know what's going on, but they need to give him some help.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna go with the Atlanta Falcons. I'm
me
with
too.
you.
Yeah, I'm going with the Falcons.
Yeah.
Now the next game up, the Buccaneers and the Saints in the dome.
Oh wow,
Let's
yeah,
go.
that's right. Oh my
Who you
God.
got? Who you got?
Wow. Wow, this is a tough one to call. Well, being that I'm a Teddy Bridgewater fan, I gotta go with the hometown team.
I
I think
figured you would
I
go with
think
the Saints.
no doubt. I think Teddy does it again. He wins his third game in a row as a starting quarterback for the Saints against the vaunted, and I say vaunted, this team is good. I'm not gonna lie. The Buccaneers surprised me in the last few weeks. Their defense is for real. However, I think Teddy Bridgewater is poised enough, and he won't turn the ball over like Jared Goff did when he just basically handed the ball to the defense last week. I'd say the Saints win this game. It'll be a close game as well. I'd say the Saints win 22 to 19.
Okay,
Hmm.
I got the Bucks. I got the Bucks winning this game. I think they'll bring the Saints back to reality this week. I don't think Bridgewater's going to turn the ball over or anything like that. He's going to be who he is. But I
Hmm.
think that they're going to get a lot of pressure on him. He's going to take a few sacks, a
Right.
lot of three and outs. And they're not going to lose because of Bridgewater. I just think that the Bucks right now are on an uptick, and the Saints
Right.
are as well. And this is a
Right.
division game. This is huge. So it's like they got to answer the bell here, and this is the best chance that the Bucks have. Like I said, I think yet last night, that division's up for grabs, and it's between these two teams right here.
Right. Right. I will say this though, Russ. Um, Jameis Winston has some weapons to throw through. He really does.
Yes, yes,
Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are legit outside threats. You know,
yes.
um, Chris Godwin is very good. Nobody talks.
Very, very good.
Nobody talks about it coming out of. Honestly, even with him coming out of Penn State, I was like, when they drafted him, I said, wow, they got him, because he not wasn't that productive at Penn State. Maybe it was because of the quarterback situation. I don't know, but
Style of play.
style of play.
And nitty lines there where we run the ball.
Right. True. True. That's true. That's true. So I mean, I'm gonna go. Wow. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Saints. I'm gonna go the Saints. Um, 22 to 19. 22 to
I
19.
I got the
Jameis
Bucks.
Winston. Real quick, Mark Russ. Jameis
Uh,
Winston throws another interception, and it almost goes for a pick six. Almost. But I mean, Jameis plays well too, though. I got Jameis playing well. I mean, he'll give you that one pick, but he'll play well.
yeah, he
So,
gave
but
you one pick last week too,
he did. Yeah, absolutely,
and he played
absolutely.
really well. So
Yeah. So I got
that's
him playing well this week, and I just think they'll fall just short of beating the
the
Saints.
Saints.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I got the Bucks winning something like I think it'll be like 24-16 or something like that. You know.
Mhm.
24-16 Bucks over the Saints in the
Hmm.
dome on the road.
Okay. I mean, now I won't be surprised if they won at all. You know, what I mean, I wouldn't. That wouldn't shock me. You know, because they're
Right.
very, very much so capable of winning. I mean, hell, I
Yeah,
mean,
I think that game really is up for grabs. I do.
yeah, no doubt. After putting up 55 against the Rams, I
Right.
mean, good grief. So, yeah, I mean, I'll go with the Saints. I'll go with the Saints on that one. What's next?
All right. We got the Bills and the Titans in Tennessee.
Bills, Bills Titans. You know what? Wow. I'm gonna go with the Tennessee Titans because the Bills lost Josh Allen. He got hurt. I think he's under concussion protocol. So I'm gonna go with the home team. You know, the Tennessee Titans. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go with the home team. What say you?
Yeah. I'm with you there. I got the Titans beating the Bills. Like you said, Allen's out. The Bills have their defense and they'll keep it manageable, but I think the Titans defense the Bills just won't be able to produce on offense, and the Titans will edge them. They'll edge them in that game, and
Yeah,
being on the road.
right.
Um,
I agree with that 100%.
yeah. So I got Titans over the Bills.
Yeah, me too.
Um, Next game, Cardinals Bengals in Cincinnati.
Wow. I'm gonna go with the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm gonna go with
Me
the
too.
Cincinnati. They get off the schneid. They win their first game of the year.
Yeah.
Um, against against the Arizona Cardinals. Although I think it ends up being a really close game.
I agree. I definitely agree with that.
I think they go ahead and pull it out. How about
Yeah.
you?
I agree with that. I mean, I agree exactly everything you said. I think it is going to be a close game. I think
Hmm.
it's going to be surprisingly close, but I think the Bengals will edge them and get their first win of the season.
Right. And will it now quickly? Will they still be in last place?
Or it depends on what happens with the other team, like the Steelers. Yeah, they would still be in last place because they'll end up with the same record as the Steelers if the Steelers go and lose this week.
Right.
They'll end up with the same record, but then because the Steelers beat them, that would keep them at the bottom. Yeah,
Hmm.
even though they'll be tied.
Right.
Yeah. Next game,
Go ahead.
Patriots, Redskins.
Oh my God,
So I
Patriots.
know I know you're going with the Redskins. So I don't even think the Redskins are going with the Redskins.
No, they're not. They're not. No, no, they're not. The Patriots are favored by 15 points in that game, and
Right,
it might not even be that close.
right.
You know, so
Yeah, I think if you ask Jay Gruden right now, he'd be like, I'm going with the Patriots in a blowout.
right.
And I still don't even know who is starting for the Skins this week.
Well, apparently we don't know yet, Russ. We're stuck up in limbo. We don't know. I mean, Jay Gruden has been mum on that. Everybody, the reporters have been asking him, so who's the quarterback? Who's the quarterback? He's like, well, we'll see. Well, we'll see. We'll see if we can get Colt up here, and Dwayne's been doing a good job in practice. We'll see how he can do. We'll see what Case Keenum. He's been rehabbing hamstring pull, and we'll see how it goes. That's what he's been missing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
So
we might see Colt McCoy. Is that what we're saying?
yeah. So we might see Colt McCoy.
Yeah,
Or
he's on desperate. He's like on desperation time right now. Jay
yes,
Gruden.
we might see Colt McCoy for the first 5 minutes of the quarter. Then he'll put in Dwayne Haskins. Then Case Keenum might start the third. It's just a mess.
And
Russ.
then he might finish the game. He might close the game out. Jay Gruden himself,
Exactly.
because he played quarterback in arena football for years. He was great too.
Right. Exactly. Jay Gruden. You're right.
He might
So
he might just roll out there and start playing
right.
quarterback.
Right.
Can't get any worse.
Not at all. Not at all, man.
So who you got for this game? You picking the Redskins?
No, I'm picking the New England Patriots to smash the Redskins. By I would, I'll tell you, I'll give you a score. I'm gonna go 37 to uh 37-16.
37-16. Okay.
Yes. 37
Now,
16.
in light of this information about Colt McCoy
Mm-hmm.
possibly starting or getting some playing time or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna have to go with the Patriots. Yeah, I think the Patriots will win this game. It'll be something similar to Maryland and Penn State.
Oh my God. 59-0.
you
Oh
know,
my goodness.
Josh
Wow.
Norman's gonna be out there struggling, holding on to every receiver he covers.
Yeah, I know, right?
The grabber.
That,
He's the grabber.
the
He's a
grabber.
grabber. He's a grab corner. He's not a
Yeah,
cover corner. He's a grab corner.
yeah, grab one. He, he's very handsy.
Yeah,
You know,
very handsy. Very handsy.
he always like
A
grab it.
hands-on corner.
Right, right. Exactly. So, but I mean, yeah, man.
Yeah, so I got the Pats winning that game big. Even though it's in Washington, it'll probably be filled up with Patriot fans.
Yeah,
So
pretty. It'll probably be 90-10 Patriots fan.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I,
absolutely,
I definitely think it'll be like another home game for them. So
absolutely. Yep.
I got the Patriots.
Yeah, me
A
too.
lot.
Both.
And score will be like a lot to a little.
A lot to a little. I like that one.
Pluck them.
Unbelievable. Block them right. Pluck them like I don't know what. Hell yeah, pluck them. What's the next game, Russ? You killing me right now, bro. What's
we
the
got
next game?
the we got the Ravens and Steelers.
Hmm.
Interesting game, right?
Very. Um. Who's the other team again? The Steelers and what?
Ravens and the Steelers
Ravens, Steelers.
in Pittsburgh.
Wow. Hmm. You know what? Hmm. I'm gonna go with the Ravens. I'm gonna
Okay.
go with the Baltimore Ravens. I think the Baltimore Ravens bounce back in Pittsburgh, and yeah, Ravens.
Got the Ravens.
Yeah.
All right. I'm with you there too. I got the Ravens beating the Steelers. I think, like you said, the Ravens will bounce back. I don't see them dropping three in a row. Um, and I think the Steelers got their first victory, and I don't think it's going to be their last victory of the season, but I don't think they'll get their second in a row. I don't think they're going to win back to back. And even though they're at home, I got the Ravens winning this game on the road. And they need that game back. They need this game badly. They just lost to the Browns, so
True. Yeah, you're right. They can't fall
so
behind the eight ball.
yeah,
That'll be you'll
you
start
can't
you'll
lose.
start hearing rumbling. You
Yeah,
know.
you can't lose back to back division games like that.
Right. Right. Exactly. So yeah, I'll go with the Ravens. Who you going with? Ravens.
I got the Ravens too. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Bet. Next game up.
We got the Bears and the Raiders.
Bears.
You got the Bears. Yeah, I got the Bears also.
Yeah.
And
Bears.
it's in the Bears are on the road, but
Yeah. London. It's in London, right?
oh, this is the London game.
Yeah. It is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah, I got the Bears still. I still got the Bears.
Okay.
The Bears.
Yep. We both got the Bears. What's the next one?
Broncos Chargers, another division game
Yep. I'm gonna go with
in
the
LA.
I'm going with the San Diego Chargers. Unfortunately, the Broncos fall to 0-5. Bradley Chubb is out for the season with the torn ACL.
Right.
I hope him all the prayers and thoughts. But
Yeah.
you know, as Vikings fans, obviously we have to, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you got the Chargers.
yeah. I
Yeah,
got
I got the Chargers too. I think the Chargers are the better team, and I think they're starting to get it together a little bit, and I think they'll pick up a little bit more steam this week in the division game and beat the Broncos.
Yeah, yeah, I'm going with the Chargers over the Broncos. Broncos are reeling right now. They're hurting. Joe Flacco has not made no difference. So yeah, Chargers over Broncos. What's next?
Packers Cowboys in Dallas.
I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys on this one. I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys uh, by 10. They're going to beat the Packers by 10 points. Um, I think Dak Prescott bounces back from sort of like I wouldn't even call it a mediocre game, but he's been improving so much to the point that I think he'll like his numbers will come back. I don't know what happened last week against that Saints defense. Although I think he played well, I think
I
his
think he played well as well. I don't think it was his fault.
no, it wasn't. And I just think his numbers inflate even more this week because I think that overrated Packers defense will once again get exposed um really, really bad. And I don't think Aaron Rodgers is at the point of his career now that he can come back, and dominate the game like he used to. So I'm gonna go with Dallas 30, Green Bay 20.
Okay, okay.
Yes. Oh, so how
Um,
about you?
I got the Cowboys winning this game. I think our defense our front seven is really starting to gel. They held the Saints without a touchdown last week.
Uh-huh.
Um, and I think the offense will bounce back this week. I think Zeke will have his best game of the year this week.
Hmm.
Prescott will be Prescott and keep playing how well he's played this year. I think we'll put a lot of pressure on Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers always comes to play against the Cowboys,
He does.
so I would never underestimate him. So I think he'll make some plays in this game, but I think that we'll get a lot of pressure, a lot of defensive pressure on him, and when you move Aaron Rodgers off his spot, that's when sometimes he gets dangerous when you do that. But if you can consistently do that, it kind of throws him off.
It does.
You know, once in a while when you throw him off the spot, he can make you pay. But I think if you
Yeah.
can consistently get the pressure where he's not comfortable back there and he has to move off his spot, that's
Right.
when he starts to not struggle but not look like Aaron Rodgers.
Hmm.
So I got the Cowboys winning that game. I think we'll beat them by more than 10 as well.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
agree. I mean, I agree. Dallas, they ain't taking that crap no more. They're gonna beat the Packers. So I'm
yeah,
convincing
yeah.
straight
I
up.
think so too.
And like I said, Russ, we'll see how I'm telling you, you guys are going to expose that
That
defense.
defense, yeah, I agree. I think Zeke's gonna have his best game against that defense.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
So if I'm a betting man, I'm going Cowboys over Packers. What's next
me
game?
too. Me too. Um, Next game, Colts Chiefs. That's a Sunday night game.
Oh yeah, wow.
I got the Colts in this one. I think the Chiefs get their first loss of the season right here.
Yeah. You know
Jacoby
what?
Brissett rides that Colts team in the Sunday night, and they will beat the Chiefs.
Right. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with you, Russ. The Colts will beat the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs escaped with by the hairs on the chinny chin chin last
Couple
week.
times this year,
Right.
and last week
Exactly.
was one of them. Yeah,
Last week was one of them. They barely won. And they're back in the dome again. So I'm gonna go with Indianapolis Colts to beat to
well,
and
it's
send.
actually in Kansas City.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah, it's in Kansas City.
My bad. I tell you what, I'll pick the Kansas City Chiefs to win that. I'll go ahead and pick the Chiefs to win that one, bro.
All
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
I don't blame you. I'm not mad at you, man. I'm not mad at you at all, Will. I'm not mad at you. I don't blame you. But I'm gonna go with the Colts. It's gonna be another one of my upset picks. I think Brissett's gonna show out Sunday night.
Okay.
Um, and the Monday night game is a very interesting, probably the best Monday night game so far.
All right.
on
What
the
we got?
schedule, and nobody would have said it would have been prior to the season, but it's the Browns and the 49ers in San Francisco. I think the 49ers stay undefeated.
Wow.
What do you think? I think they'll beat the Browns in San Francisco Monday night.
I'm gonna go with the wow. You know what?
Tough one, isn't it? That's a tough one right there.
I'll go with the San Francisco 49ers, because I believe that they're a young, hungry team. I believe Jimmy Garoppolo is improving ever so slightly. He's slightly improving, but he is. And I think their defense, San Francisco's defense, especially the defensive line, will be the difference.
Underrated.
Yeah, it's very underrated. Will be the difference maker in that win. So I'm go ahead. I'm gonna go San Francisco.
You got San
Over.
Francisco too. Okay.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. How about you? Who you got? You got San Fran, right?
Yeah, I got the Niners beating the
Bet.
Browns.
Bet.
So that's it. That's all
That's
the
it.
picks.
All right. So we'll go ahead and jot those down, and yeah, man. We're gonna come back next Tuesday with some more content. We're gonna pay attention to these games this coming weekend.
Right.
Um, and folks, just we love you guys tuning in, and thank y'all for tuning in. And we want all your feedback. And if we ruffle any feathers,
You know what you could do.
lock them, baby.
Just pluck them. Just pluck them. But
All
we
right, Russ.
but like Will said, we love you guys out there.
No
You
doubt.
know,
No,
don't get
keep
your feathers ruffled, is what we're saying. You know.
right, right, exactly, and keep hating. We love to hate. We love to hate.
Yeah, we love to hate. You know.
All right, Russ. See you next week, brother.
All right, next week.